Hello, everybody. Well, still have to practice on the jingle logo. It's Holger Mueller here from Constellation Research, reenacting my on the way to the airport quick event to takeaways, still driving through Manhattan here on the way to Newark. Coming from the TCS Innovation Forum 2023, I believe I heard it's 16th or 17th edition on the North American side, held at the TCS Innovation Studios on interesting place. I've only been there once because I like trams or gondolas on Roosevelt Island in the middle of the East River. The East River, yeah, it's the East River. Beautiful new location, great way to get a break from the hustle and bustle of New York, Brooklyn, and Queens. Very calm location. Nice hotel also there, the Graduate Hotel. But it's not about the touristic value. It's about what TCS is doing. And like every system integrator, they also have a research arm. And this is the time to showcase the capabilities that they have. Why it's in Roosevelt Island? Because for whatever reason, Cornell University is there, and Ratan Tata, founder of the T in TCS is for Tata, right? Was studied at Cornell, right? So there's a proximity to Cornell. They have an innovation center. There's also cross-pollination. Dean was talking about how Cornell is supporting all the new technologies in computer science. Interesting also because of transitionally time between the outgoing TCS CTO. Yeah, that's the problem of live video. Name is escapes me right now. I just tweeted about it. Look it up. Anand, I think. And the new one coming in, Harik, who's taking over from me in the near future. So there's a changing of the guard there, certainly. Great innovation showcase in general. During lunch break, we had some specific demo stations of capabilities. Also, I took a look at an interesting ChatGPT implementation with the ability to persuade, right? We're shutting here the ethical limits of what can be done, but salespeople persuade, so ChatGPT has to be able to persuade as well. Controlled a robota that was based in Bangalore remotely from Roosevelt Island. That was fun. Interesting inclusion part for kids with cerebral palsy. TCS created a motion sensor device which allows them to communicate through a smartphone app. So it's a good part to see that. Did the future survey, tough to pick the different technologies and social impacts there. And I'm missing one of the showcases I've seen. Very interesting, the plenary session, so the different areas that TCS highlighted. Of course, we talked about generative AI, but we also talked about quantum, which I think is the only technology holding very much up against what's happening in this spring or the summer or the year maybe of generative AI. Of course, talked about the Apple new Holo set, if the whole metaverse will come back, but little talk about the metaverse, which is not a surprise to a certain point. Yeah, and rounded up by intros on the healthcare side, where we think that there will be more individualized medicine on the horizon, no question about that. Very interesting, like a red thread across the TCS presentations, big focus on the digital twin, which certainly is interesting to see, good to see, but I think something which has gotten a little more quiet as well in the recent years. But certainly, maybe now we have the capability to build those realistic digital twins where I think the computing problem is no longer the issue so much. It's more about how do you create the formulas and the automation behind the digital twin that allows you to make it behave the same way like your enterprise is connecting or your machine is connecting or whatever you're twinning digitally. Yeah, so all in all, like I said, the title research is alive and well at TCS. Great output from that perspective. Interesting questions also. At a dinner the night before was with the head of TCS Research, and the question is like, what do other vendors do in the space, right? But there's a lot of interesting research things coming out from many in the industry. Can't share the number of revenue which is coming along from TCS Research, but of course, like in every case, somebody would like to increase that, no question about it, because the question is always, what is the return of R&D, right? And the R&D is the R stands for research. Yeah, so giving you another glimpse of Manhattan here before I round it up. Seems to be tourist season already going on. Well, here's June. From New York. Thanks for watching. This is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research. Check out my tweets about the event. I created my own hashtag. Couldn't find the one of the event, which is hashtag TCS IF for Innovation Forum 23. I might do a wake as well. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.